Today marks my return to something that I'd considered finished for the longest time. Not because I didn't enjoy it anymore or no longer wanted to keep at it, but because, wait, why did I stop making videos? Did the mere thought of revisiting that particular outlet feel daunting, perhaps even overwhelming? I'd been considering and planning this for years, and yet it wasn't until just the other day that I realized what was actually stopping me. Simply put, uncertainty. I knew I didn't want to return to the format of 2011, which is to say, Let's Play style content. But if not that, then what exactly? Also, would those who remained subscribed throughout my inactive years stick around upon noticing the change from what they're used to seeing on my channel? It's not that I ever had a large following on YouTube, but the vast majority of them have actually been here since the very beginning, and it would be pretty sweet to find them interested in what I make going forward as well. That's not all there is to it, though. Uncertainty comes in many shapes and forms, and mine is no different. Part of the hesitation has also been that, well, I didn't know if I had it in me to deliver commentary at a level of quality I could comfortably share with the world. But then a lot of Minecraft and Stardew Valley with a good friend of mine happened. This proved not only super fun, but also boosted my confidence in the English language. And, well, what do you think? So while you ponder that, here's what I'm thinking. Going forward, my little YouTube home away from home is going to be the place for a variety of video game related content. I'm going to try and focus less on relatively surface level reviews and instead prioritize more in-depth stuff. Although there will be some of both, and hopefully in the grandest mix possible. I even had the first couple of games lined up already, and quite frankly, I'm super excited to get started. Which is not at all how I felt just a year ago. A strange sensation, and yet a much welcome change. I can't help but wonder if this change of heart has something to do with my nearing the completion of a project that has taken far longer than expected. My very first novel. That's right, not only am I making YouTube videos again and writing about indie games on my website, I am also writing a novel about, well, a game you might be familiar with. Now, much like my playing the game, it didn't take long for my novel writing to turn into a genuine passion project, one that now spans a whopping 109,000 words. Oh, and that is also just the first of 3 planned volumes, each of which will likely be equal in word count, and hopefully also in awesomeness. Time will tell. Even though it has taken countless hours and at times felt like a bit of a struggle, I still thoroughly enjoyed writing Tales from the Bonfire. Were I to describe this novelization, it would be as a recollection of the pilgrimage of the Dark Souls protagonist. Her ups and downs, successes and failures, everything she saw and experienced, including her internal struggles and victories, which brings me to, well, does Dark Souls deserve the reputation it has as the most difficult video game ever released? No, it doesn't. Dark Souls is a very challenging game, and while that did enhance the experience somewhat, for me, it was more about the potential for creative storytelling and how the world would change based on the actions of the protagonist. Some of these were large, sweeping alterations, while others occurred on a smaller personal scale, and those were the ones I enjoyed most. Stories that are easily missed if one only focuses on the task at hand, never even considering straying from the beaten path. To say more would likely run the risk of spoiling the tale I have crafted based on my time within the wondrous world of Dark Souls. I would rather readers immerse themselves in its pages with only the most necessary prior knowledge, for what is the fun of a story yet experienced if you know what is going to happen? A lot still, some might say. While I'm not of a similar mindset, I also wouldn't say they are wrong. I don't understand it myself, but that's the thing. No one is asking me to. Just like no one is asking me to create a certain kind of content on YouTube, and that's a good thing, as I seem to have a knack for straying from the norm, until I run out of things to say, which is actually happening right now. But don't you worry, there will be more videos, and chances are the shorter length of this one will be the exception rather than the rule. So until then, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.